I'm Samantha Shan, President of the World Federation of Occupational Therapists, and on behalf of myself, the WFOT board, and all the WFOT member organisations, I bring you greetings and congratulations on this momentous occasion. 80 years, wow! What a milestone and what an achievement. Congratulations to you all. OTASA has consistently demonstrated strong leadership and vision, one that comes from a collective voice and coordinated working. It's wonderful to see you coming together to mark and celebrate such an important anniversary. Celebrations such as these give us an opportunity to reflect and consider our history. History is the story of who we are and where we come from. It's the knowledge of and study of the past, the story of the past, and a form of collective memory that can potentially reveal where we are headed. Importantly, for us as occupational therapists and for OTASA, knowing our history can provide us with a sense of identity. OTASA certainly has a strong history and identity, shaped by diversity, adversity, and vision. On an international level, you've always been influential. South Africa was a founding member of WFOT back in 1952 and has been a full voting member ever since. Thank you for your long-standing commitment to shaping the profession nationally, regionally, and globally. Throughout WFOT's history, OTASA has had a number of delegates and alternates who've contributed to our meetings and work. And OTASA members have also played key leadership roles in WFOT. Back in 1964, two South African occupational therapists chaired WFOT committees, legislation by Miss S. Sinkham and Congress by Miss A. Knowles. In 1966, Miss A. Knowles went on to become WFOT's first vice president. She was followed in 1970 by Mrs. V. Dutoit, who was initially elected as second vice president, then in 1972 became first vice president. In 1974, Mrs. V. Dutoit remained as first vice president, and Miss J. Farrell, also from South Africa, became WFOT's secretary/treasurer, a position she held until 1980 when she was elected first vice president. During this period, Miss E. Dutoit was the committee chair for professional practice and Marge Concher, chair of the education committee. This starts to bring us up to date and certainly into my time frame of WFOT. Rosemary Crouch was your WFOT delegate from 1992. Rose was chair of the education committee and also served as second vice president. As delegate, Rosemary was followed by Alfred Ramakumbu, who also served on the executive management team as programme coordinator for education and research. In these roles, Rosemary and Alfred received WFOT Merit Awards. An honorary fellow is the highest award of WFOT, recognising outstanding contributions to WFOT and the development of occupational therapy internationally. Two South African occupational therapists have been recognised at this level, Mrs. Vona Dutoit in 1974 and Dr. Rosemary Crouch in 2010. Thank you to OTASA for supporting your international delegations and contributing at the highest level to occupational therapy. And let's not forget the two WFOT council meetings you hosted in 2004 and 2018, and the absolutely outstanding WFOT Congress in 2018, attended by delegates from all across the world. I also know OTASA has been instrumental in the development of OTAG. However, I'll leave that storytelling to them. On a personal level, it would be amiss of me not to thank Marge Concher, Alfred Ramakumbu, and especially Rosemary Crouch for all the support, advice and guidance you gave me and the Uganda Association of Occupational Therapists back in the late 1990s and early 2000s as we were establishing the profession there. Thank you. OTASA has always been a leading light, not just across the African continent, but worldwide. You've led and continue to lead research in several key areas, with outstanding initiatives in community-based rehabilitation and rural-based services. Your commitment to participatory approaches, occupational science, and diversity is extremely noteworthy. So OTASA in its different forms has been here for 80 years. What about the next 80 years? We know from data that occupational therapists worldwide are increasing in number, and also in South Africa. It's fantastic. But we also know that the world's population is growing rapidly and people are living longer. In reality, there are not enough occupational therapists globally or in South Africa to meet the growing needs of our populations. Things that affect the world daily, bringing challenges and opportunities to us as occupational therapists. We need to be aware of these, need to see the relation between health, climate change, natural and man-made disasters. We need to embrace this in our practice, education and research. This is key to our future. There are global drivers. The World Health Organization has a clear focus on rehabilitation, with the Rehabilitation 2030 initiative ensuring rehabilitation is available to all and included in universal health coverage. Something I know OTASA has been working on with government at a country level. The World Health Assembly resolution in 2023 gave us a clear push. However, right now, in the WHO Afro-Regional Committee meeting, ministries of health from across Africa are discussing and will hopefully adopt a strategy for Africa, specifically focusing on rehabilitation. And one of the key recommendations is that by 2035, African governments will have clear budget allocations to rehabilitation. This gives us so much opportunity and potential as occupational therapists. And I know OTASA will continue to lead the way in coordinating and advocating occupational therapists' essential role. As a profession, the future is very bright, and we must take ownership of our future. We must work together, support each other, and position ourselves wisely. Through OTASA, you come together with a shared vision. You have an amazing history. Now it's your time to spread the word and tell your future story. To make your story count, you need to be leaders, visionaries, and activists. Be brave, realistic, and strategic. Learn from each other and support each other. Build collaborative partnerships both within and externally to the profession. Always remembering occupational therapy brings a unique perspective to health and well-being. One of your recent Congress themes was Together Towards Tomorrow, and that's so fitting for now. Tomorrow is full of opportunities. However, this will take work. OTASA can and will continue to provide that leadership, and WFOT is always ready to support. However, OTASA is all of you. One of my favourite African proverbs is, a little rain each day will fill the rivers overflowing. If each of us, each of you, continues to contribute something, we will make tomorrow a shared reality, a reality of occupational therapy, hope, diversity and inclusion. Congratulations again on your 80th anniversary. Thank you to OTASA and all its members over the years who've worked tirelessly on behalf of the profession. Wishing you all the best for a bright and progressive future.